Yes, guys, welcome to SFeatley F1, and we're here for our review of the Monaco Grand Prix, which is literally just finished, and it's an action-packed Grand Prix, definitely. First, Tycho, how you doing, my friend?
I'm just a bit sad, to be honest. Fuck me.
Yeah, I'm definitely, mate. As a Ferrari fan, I would be. Make sure you smash a like on the video and hit the subscribe button as well. Just quick, then we'll uh, right, so yeah, let me just get rid of that one as well. All right. Yeah, so obviously we're here for the review, and we've just seen um, a rain affected Monaco Grand Prix, a delayed Monaco Grand Prix after a late shower had caused the start procedure to be postponed. Um, so it meant that all drivers started on wets. We entered the ints, and in the melee of all the pit stops, all the drama, Ferrari, who had a comfortable lead at one point in the race with Leclerc, due to
Oh,
the
Steven,
chaos. Go on.
I don't know if you care, but in the championship playoff final, it's 1-0 to Forest right now.
Okay. 1-0 to Forest. Oh, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll look into that on the transfer stream as well. Like I said, in that chaos of all the pit stops and all the drama, Leclerc, who was leading the Grand Prix, ended up behind Sainz after the first stop for Ints. And in the pit for dries, confusion reigned at Ferrari. They pitted Sainz and unwittingly called Leclerc in, and then once realised Sainz was pitting at the same lap, immediately told him to come out, by which point Leclerc was already in the pit. So, and it meant he had to wait for his stop, but not as much. Though Verstappen had a delay on his pit stop, it wasn't as much as it was for Leclerc, and it meant that Verstappen claimed third behind Sainz, who lost the lead to Perez, who drove impeccably, made very little errors. Massive crash after comfortably did the restart after a massive crash with involving Mick Schumacher at the swim pool, which caused a red flag. Another red flag, which reduced it down to a timed race distance, and Perez came out to win his first Monaco Grand Prix, his first race win of the season. And the reason he also did that is because Max Verstappen finished third and not second. So, which means otherwise there wouldn't be a switcheroo. So there we go. That's a brief summary of it. But there have been loads of other dramas in the race. Hamilton having a collision with Ocon after Ocon decided I'm going to turn in on him. That with leaving Hamilton nowhere to go. We've had Latifi and Stroll come together with the barriers, but managed to carry on even in the first. I think it was the first formation laps, I believe.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was on the restart. It was on the second restart. It's on the restart.
No,
That was
it was
no,
in
it
the
was on the
beginning.
restart. No, it's on the restart because they had to pit straight away, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was in the beginning,
Yeah, no. That was after. No, that was after, because otherwise they wouldn't have been so far behind.
Hmm.
They fell right back. Like if they pitted in after the safety, if they pitted after the safety during the formation laps, they wouldn't have had to pitted until the red flag. So
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, so there you go. So yeah. By the way, I just need to turn it off because I can't stand fucking watching Red Bull win a Grand Prix. Yes. Well, we're going to show you the current other order that it finished in. So I'll just show you This is the actual completed order that they finished in. I'm just going to quickly show it to you guys. Let me just get the schedule. Monaco, the results. So 64 laps of the 78 laps were completed. And it appears 1 hour 56. 1 hour 56 minutes. So they could have done another 2 laps, to be honest. But there you go. Well, 3 laps. We would have taken over 3 hours. But yeah. So Sergio Perez is your race winner for Red Bull. Carlos Sainz second. Max Verstappen third. Charles Leclerc fourth. George Russell fifth. Lando Norris sixth. But he also took the fastest lap. Fernando Alonso in seventh, holding up Hamilton in eighth. Bottas ninth. Vettel 10th. Gasly 11th. Ocon 12th. Ricciardo 13th. Zhou 14th. Latifi 15th. Zhou in 16th. Tsunoda in 17th. Albon in 18th, who retired during the last part of the race. Schumacher with his heavy accident on lap 24. And then lap 19 is literally 5 laps before Schumacher's retirement was Magnussen's exit from the Grand Prix as well. So we'll show you how that adds up in the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship. Max Verstappen increases his lead by another 3 points to 125 points. Charles Leclerc is now behind by 9 points in second. Perez third with 110 with that win. George Russell fourth, right? Still 3 points ahead of Carlos Sainz, showing how good of a season Russell's having right now. Hamilton sixth with only 50 points, now 34, but now 34 behind his teammate. Lando Norris 2 points behind him in seventh with that finish and also the fastest lap. Valtteri Bottas is 8th. Ocon 9th with Magnussen in 10th. Yuki Tsunoda 11th. Ricciardo 12th. Alonso with 10 points on 13th. Gasly 14th with 6. Vettel 15th with 5. Albon 16th with 3. Stroll 17th on 2. Zhou on 18th with 1. And the other drivers yet to score. Obviously Nico Hülkenberg, because he's only done the first 2 races and he's not going to come back, to be honest. Schumacher and also Nicholas Latifi. So lastly, the constructors. Just show you the teams. So Red Bull outstretched their lead to 195 points to Ferrari's 169. That's now a difference of 26 points. Mercedes 120 points. McLaren in fourth with 50 points. 39 points for Alfa Romeo in fifth. Sixth, Alpine closely behind in sixth with 34. AlphaTauri seventh for 17 points. Haas 15 points on 8, right, which obviously is 15 points more than he did last season. Williams 3 points in 10th. Aston Martin 9th on 6 points. So luckily, unlike last season, you can see it's been more competitive this season with every team scoring points by at least round 7 of the championship. So yeah, that's how the championship looks after the Monaco Grand Prix. And we've all said about, a lot of talk has been about the future of Monaco Grand Prix as the contract comes up to, the current contract ends next season. So there's now 1 year left on the contract. I want to ask you, Tycho, is this Grand Prix been a good example to show to the fans that this still is still good enough to be on the calendar compared to some of the other Grand Prix.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it was a very, very entertaining race, but I can see the complaints because, like, it was just impossible to overtake today. But a race doesn't need to have overtakes for it to be entertaining, so it's a kind of 50-50, I guess.
Yeah, I get that. For me, like I've always said, like as much as people moan about overtaking, the unique selling point about Monaco is how crucial pole position is. Like, and that the action on Saturday is probably much more crucial than the Sunday. But still, as much as people say, like it's a pretty much a guarantee that the guy next who starts first is going to win. That's not always the case. Remember, Senna started in 1988, was 50 odd seconds clear and put it in the wall with a handful of laps left. So the thing about Monaco, this trick of Monaco, and why it's been such a good race for so long is because anyone can make a mistake at any moment. You saw multiple drivers still when it was bone dry running off at turn one. Right? It takes one mistake by any driver to flip the race completely. Right? To turn the tide completely on the race by causing a safety car, by putting it in a wall. And even the leader can never be susceptible to like to hitting the barriers, right? And when it's raining, that's magnified times 10. So not to mention about trying to keep it concentrated in the dry, being in the wet and trying to keep it out of the barriers as well is even 10 times more difficult. So that's the unique selling point of Monaco, and that's why I've always said that plus the historic of value of Formula One, of Monaco being in Formula One since its first ever Grand Prix in 1950. I think since being on the calendar from the Monaco since the start on Monaco Grand Prix, since the Monaco Grand Prix was first on the calendar in 1950 at the start of the championship. I'm just going to go by year, sorry. It was 1, 2, 3. It's only not been held 4 other times. Right? 1951, 1953 and 4, and 2020, of course, with COVID. Right? So that's the only other times Monaco Grand Prix has been dropped. Right? And we all said when we came back in 2021, every F1's fan said, we've missed it. We've missed it so much. Every F1 fan was saying that. Like, despite knowing how difficult was overtaking was, they saw what a championship in 2020 was like without the Monaco Grand Prix, and they didn't like it. So there you go. Like, you answer your own case in 2020 when like we didn't have it on the calendar and everyone was moaning about it. So, but yeah, Leclerc. I mean, started on pole, ended up finishing 4th. He must thinking, when am I ever going to get a chance to win this Grand Prix? Like, why can't I just ask for a gentle, dry, boring race? Like, when am I ever get a break at this circuit? To be fair, at least he finished the Grand Prix. I don't
know. People.
Hang on a minute. Like I said, hang on a minute. Minakashi, if that's how you spell it, if that's how you say name, sorry, if I said it wrong, I do apologise. As I've said, it's been on the calendar since 1950. Same as Monza, same as Silverstone, same as Belgium, possibly, I think, has been on there since 1950. These Grand Prix you can't take away. If you want the history of Formula One to be maintained, you can't take these Grand Prix away. And like I said, it takes one incident to spin this Grand Prix on its head. And it only takes that amount of mistakes. That little mistake. Look at Schumacher today. In bone dry conditions, went flying through the swimming pool section, the first part of the swimming pool, like he did every other lap, because he was tiny little bit offline. Tiny. The car lost all rear end, sent him flying into the wall, causing a red flag, right? Which then put pressure on the rest of the grid to try and overtake, because it was a timed race, right? And it takes that faction, and when that's the challenge. We all say we want to see these drivers challenge and do things we can't do. Threading an F1 car, through the Monaco streets is like Nelson Piquet said, driving a bicycle in your front room. We can't fucking do it. These drivers can. And they're doing it this year in cars that are even heavier and wider and bigger. Right? And even more shitter to drive at slow corners because of the new tyres, the way the less wing is on the car, right? And they've been denied extra winglets as well, right? The cars have been absolutely pigs to drive in this season around Monaco, right? So that's why when it rained, it was a completely new experience for the drivers. As much as everyone, yes, it's not the greatest place for a Grand Prix, right? They probably said that in 1929 when they first fucking did it. They said it's a bit tight, this, right? And there's loads of options. I said during the watch-along, like, Saint-Devote has two exits. It has the exit to a Beau Rivage, then it has an other road that goes down all the way to the Nouvelle Chicane, which is where the runoff area is. So why don't you take the barrier on the right side towards the back away, widen it up so you can get an extra straight from the Portier all the way through the tunnel, little DRS zone from the top of the hill all the way to the back, or to a little chicane before to back, which is how the original layout used to be. It used to be you had the chicane just before to back, or turn to back into a freeway chicane, right? And then you have a chance of overtaking. Right? That's another option, right? And if it don't work, put it back to where it was. But, like, to the real F1 fans out there, you can't do it. You can't do it to the Monaco Grand Prix. It just can't be dropped. It's like taking part of F1's soul away from the sport. Same as you drop Silverstone or Monza. You take part of its soul. Right? It's all great having these new circuits, Singapore, Saudi Arabia. We all love them because they provide a different spectrum, night racing, twilight, all this. But you've got to have places for these historic events. It's a shambles. We don't have a race at Hockenheim or Nürburgring. That's a disgrace in itself, right? Given the history there, right? So yeah, I mean, Estoril's another one you could put there. That's another historical one. What else could you do? Watlings Glen's famous in Formula One. Yeah, like I said, there's many. There's many you can still. Kyle Army, South Africa. You know. So, but yeah, these Grand Prix, the historical value, you can't take it away. Can't take it away. But yeah. Anyway, everyone's entitled to their own opinion about it. Everyone, like, but for me, it can't be dropped. That's just me. No, like, for me as an F1 fan. So yeah, I mean Leclerc will be absolutely kicking himself. At least he finished the Grand Prix this season, unlike 2018, the F2 races, 2019, and 2021. I mean, it all went wrong from Richie that pit stop. To be honest, we actually went wrong from the first pit stop. To be honest, he ended up behind Sainz. So what do you think? What do you make of his race? Do you think there's anything that he could look back on and said I could have done better?
Whose race?
Leclerc.
Not particularly, because he was more fucked up by the strategy of Ferrari, and like he couldn't really do anything big about it. But I don't know. He seemed the fastest he could be, so I don't think there's anything he could really improve himself.
Yeah, I mean, like the mistakes, to be honest, were from Ferrari, weren't they? It was from their decision making. To be honest, there's not. If you get called into the box, you get called into the box. Like, so there's not much he can do. And once he saw that Sainz was pitting, he knew it was fucked. Right? So, do you think Ferrari? Yeah, of course. He had to wait, for. I mean, he had to. His pit stop, I think, was double the amount of time because he had to wait for Sainz to come in the box so he can then do his pit stop. And if you're forced to wait, which even Max Verstappen was to do a little bit, his pit stop wasn't the fastest because he had to slow down a bit and was slowed down a bit by the mechanics getting ready for service him after they've immediately served Perez. But like the one was really held up was Leclerc. Like if they knew, which they must have done, that they were bringing Sainz in, they should immediately told Leclerc stay out. I don't know why they ever messaged come in. Why? You knew you were bringing Sainz in. Why? You didn't need to. Just carry on another lap and box, right? And he would have still been ahead of at least Verstappen. At least, because obviously Sainz came out and he was behind Perez. So I think by the time he made, to be honest, by the time he made his second pit stop, he was behind Perez. He was always going to be behind Perez, right? So Perez made the ingenious, it was him that made the ingenious decision to pit first, remember? Right? And look at the amount of time he gained by pitting first. So he gained, I mean, I think Leclerc was 2-3 seconds in front by that point. 3-4 seconds in front. So the Ferraris were always quicker than them. But it was that ingenious decision that gave him a lot of time before they had managed a chance to react. And by the time they reacted, even Sainz wasn't being able to keep in front of Leclerc, Perez. So Leclerc was always going to end up either behind, but it was always going to end up behind Sainz and Perez. But he had the chance to stay in front of Max because Max had a slower stop, and also like he didn't need to come in on the same lap. So he cost himself at least a podium. So I mean, he could probably look back on it and said it's not 7 points, it's only 3 points to Max. That's now 9 points in the championship. But the main thing is momentum is with Max. He's constantly bringing out these results. And there's only so much you can do and rely on Red Bull's falters of their reliability. And at the moment, Red Bull, as much as I can't stand Red Bull, the strategists are the best in Formula 1 at the minute. Right? The one under that is Mercedes. The one under that is Ferrari. Ferrari have always been, since 2017, they proved it in 2017 and 2018 and 2019. Their strategists are shit. They are shit. Right? If you're worse than Mercedes, who don't hardly react to anything these days, right? right? They're always reactive usually, not proactive. They are. Then you are really bad, to be honest. Because yeah, so yeah, so look, the driver of the day for me had to be Perez. You could picked out. Oh, if Ocon didn't run into Hamilton, you could have picked him out. You could have picked Russell out, another driver who's had a good race. But Perez had to take it to me. He made the right calls at the right time for me. So for me, that's why he gets it, man. That's why for me he gets driver of the day. What do you say? What do you go with?
Yeah, I'll say Perez because, like I said in the race watch along, no one really had an outstanding race. Like no one really excelled above expectation or anything. But
Mm-hmm.
there were a few drivers who just did good, And I think because Perez won the race and he also did good, yeah, I think you have to choose Perez, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's. Just change this. Yeah, for me, yeah. I mean, who is the other driver? I mentioned now. I think Nana Norris had a decent race. Alonso, I think Alonso as well. Alonso I picked out as well. Right, and they did very well defending against Hamilton, who was all over the back of him. But with someone who's won at Monaco twice before, vastly experienced, Hamilton knew as much as you could put pressure on him, Fernando ain't gonna crack. Like, he ain't gonna crack, is he? He's not one of them to crack at all. So, yeah, try as he might, Lewis. Is there anything Lewis could have done to get himself further up the grid this weekend, or was he just made the best of what is a bad car for this weekend? Because we all know Mercedes weren't going to be great this weekend compared to last weekend. Though he kept
Yeah,
setting fastest laps during the Grand Prix, sorry.
I think Hamilton did what he could. Like Alonso defended like a beast, like he always does, and even if he passed Alonso, I don't think he would have really gotten close to the next drive on the grid. So I think Lewis did. He did what he had to do, basically.
Yeah. Obviously, there's been controversy during the Grand Prix.
As
And the
always.
reason, as always, the reason I'm going to say that is because of. Let me have a look. Is there a report? Is there a report? Yes, there is. Right, sorry, there is no report there. Verstappen.
By the
Where's it
way,
doing? Make
do
sure
you
you hit.
think?
You're gone.
What do you think has been the worst race so far this season?
Worst race so far this season.
Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, no.
I'd probably say
Australia.
Imola.
I'd say
Like,
Australia.
yeah, Australia,
There was drama
probably.
at the end. Australia wasn't really much, was it?
No.
No, I'd say Australia, mate. To be honest, out of all of them, I think Australia was the worst. John. Let's see if I can get this picture up. See, look, our F1 fans slam criminal Max Verstappen after Red Bull ace avoids Monaco penalty. There you go. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. I don't think I can get a picture of it. Right. Let me get a picture of it. Sorry. Right, and I'll show you what they're talking about, guys. Don't worry about it. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to get... Like, if this bloody does what it's told. I don't think it's got a picture of it.
Wait, let me find it.
There should be. There should be. Maybe find it on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, gee. Why is it? It's never there when you want it. Like, sorry, bear with us, guys. I'm trying to find the thing. Like, I'm trying to find the damn thing. If I don't find it in the next 2 minutes, I'll just give up. Like, right. Come on, man. I don't know if I can find a picture of it, mate. Don't know if you can.
I'm trying to.
No, I can't see fuck all. Of course not.
Oh, wait. Oh no, wait, this was the pit stop. Pit stop. I need a pit exit, yeah. Alright.
Come on. Come on. Find it for me, please.
I can find it. I can make a video.
Oh, you can make a video of it. Can you, like, pause it on the bit where it crosses the line?
Yeah, wait, let me just find out to make a video recording on Windows.
Just quickly. What we're trying to find is where he crossed the white, yellow line on pit exit. That was the drama. And one other drama about... Ah! Found it! Found it! Found it!
You did?
Found it! I found it! I fucking found it! I am a fucking genius. Right, sorry guys, big up everyone. Sorry for putting up for so long. Please do hit the like button, do hit the subscribe button. Right, big up David, I hope you're in there, mate. Please keep putting your comments in, putting your questions in. I want everyone to answer me this right now in a poll. And if you say no, I'm not going to be happy. Like, to be honest. Right. Should Max have got Max in given? Should Max have been given a penalty for crossing the pit exit line?
you send that link to me?
It's in the exit line. Crossing the pit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to think. Exit line. Right. So there's the picture for you.
Can you send that link to me, please?
See, send the link to you. Give me a sec. It's on Twitter. Let me send it. I need to send it via Insta, don't I? Fuck. Tycho, where are you? Bingo. Done. Right, so there he is. Look, he's just come past the line. You can see the white, his left tire is over the white line. Right? I want to tell social medias to delete all images of Verstappen crossing the yellow line. You can see it clearly crosses the yellow line. How the fuck is he not getting a penalty? How? Again, this guy does not get punished for safety breaches. This is why this guy thinks he could do whatever he wants. And I'm going to name the things he's done. He has twice, not once, twice, deliberately broken yellow flag rules to set the fastest lap. Or better his fastest lap. He did it as no later than Qatar last year. Right? He's driven other drivers, such as Bottas, into the pit barrier in the fast lane, right? For unsafe releases, right? Countless times, such as Silverstone 2019, and also in this Grand Prix, in the tightest pit lane of all, right? He's also... What else has he done? Oh, he also joked about when he set fastest lap in Mexico as well. Like, I'm sorry, this guy gets away with what he gets away with, right? Because the FIA do fuck all. They do fuck all. Didn't do it last year. They haven't done it this year. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Right? Same bullshit decisions. Right? Like stupid ass decisions that only something that Michael Massey makes. Right? And yet again, this guy getting away with penalty after penalty after penalty. I'm sorry. If that was Lewis Hamilton, the whole fucking world would come down on him. Why isn't no one calling this out on social media? I don't see anyone on social media calling it out. Because we're all up Max Verstappen's arse. His shit don't stink. I mean, for you, Theo, that's a definite pen, isn't it? Theo?
Yeah.
Clear as day, isn't it?
He's past the fucking yellow line.
Not even fucking noted. Not even noted. So we might as well take the yellow line away now. Is that it now? Is that the new president? We take the yellow line away because we can cross it whenever we want. Is that the new president now? What would his excuse be? But I was on wets and I just come out to a wet... I was on dries coming on to a wet, damp part of the circuit. Well, don't fucking light your ears up then. Same rule for everyone else. Even Michael Schumacher didn't get away with it. He got punished for it twice in one Grand Prix. And still won that Grand Prix. Sorry. Bullshit. Sorry. Can't stand it. Right? The rules are there for everyone.
It's
not just everyone apart from you, Max. Right? So stop fucking acting like the whole world's against you. Right? Fucking be a man, right? And own up to when you fucking do something wrong. Because you never do. You think the world comes out your ass. Or the light shines up your ass. Well, it don't, mate. Right? No doubt Horner will say, bollocks, he never did. Because Horner don't give a shit about fucking safety. He proved that in Abu Dhabi, didn't he? With this AB car. But there you go. Hey, what do I know? I'm just a Verstappen hater. I hate on drivers that don't stick to the rules. If that means I'm picking on Verstappen all the time, maybe it might be to something. I know everyone might. Yeah, no. I know. He'd be immediately calling it up, and I bet if Leclerc did it, he'd be investigating Leclerc even though he's behind him. I bet you. Carlos Sainz is getting an investigation as well. Right? If everyone else can do it, right, because it's the rules, you have to do it. You don't like it, you know what you could do, Verstappen? Fuck off. Right? I'll show you the fucking door, I'll pack you the fucking bags, and send you on a plane back to the fucking Netherlands. Right? Or wherever you fucking live now. Couldn't give a fuck.
X-Files in Monaco now.
Nah, he ain't that fucking popular yet. Exactly. One rule. It's one rule for me, one rule for everyone else. Right? I have no rules attached to me. I have a disclaimer with the FIA. No rules should come to me. Anyway, we're going to go on to driver and team ratings. Make sure you take part. Put your driver's ratings in the chat, please. Right? I'd love you to be part of this stream. So if you... And actually, do you know what? I'm going to drop the link, man. If any of you want to come on, right? I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If anyone of you want to come on and have your say on this Grand Prix, right? I value everyone's opinion. So anyone who wants to come on, you don't have to have the camera on, man. Yeah, just come on, have your say. Like, what do you make of the Grand Prix? What do you make about Monaco? Do you agree that it should be taken down? Do you agree it should be stay? It should stay. Let me know, man. We want to know. We want to know your opinion. So, whilst we do these ratings at the same time, so there we are. Right, just gonna quickly bring all these down. There's a lot, so bear with me. So yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate about Schumacher. He wasn't quite sure about what happened with Schumacher, because it looked like he came through the swimming pool all good, and then the car just immediately lost the back end. Like, it's just like a sudden loss of rear downforce. Like, it's a very sudden, like very late drop in the of the rear, which obviously cascaded him into the wall. So yeah, it was very, very weird how he made that accident. But there you go. Unfortunately, that's the name of the game, and that's what happens at Monaco. That's why you can never predict Monaco, because anything like that can even happen to the best drivers. And we all know Mick Schumacher is a good driver already. I'm not going to say he's a great driver yet, but he's learning his trade. Let's put it that way. He's better than some of these drivers. I mean, fucking Latifi and Stroll had a fucking accident behind the safety car. Jesus Christ. I mean, honestly, Latifi, man, he literally has an accident which is no one else would do literally every fucking race. Like, can he just give up now? Anyway, we're going to go from back to front of the race order that finished. So, I'm going to start with the Haas drivers. So, Magnussen, just poor weekend, to be honest. Ended up, like, retired. I think he started... Where did he start in the Grand Prix, actually?
13.
That's
13.
13. Yeah, 13th. 13th.
Do you still need to share the screen, by the way?
Oh, yeah. I need to do that, don't I? Let me get the... So I've got the lineup there. So, right. So if we can go to that one, go there. Magnussen gets a 0.
Oh, Steven.
What?
Binotto has said, the race is not over for us. We will ask the FIA for clarification on the yellow line. The directives say that we must stay on its right. What? Right. The directives say that we must stay on its right, but it has been caused by both our Red Bulls. It was a clear breach of the regulations by Red Bull drivers.
Go on, Monotto. Go on, you Italian genius. Right. So right. So the plot thickens, people. The plot thickens, my pedigree chums. Right, to be fair, Monaco is a hard track on the F1 game. That Schumacher crash was very nasty. David, I agree, it was nasty. When people saw the rear come off, they were thinking it was a really nasty accident. To be fair, like in Monaco, you can't reach top gear, so the chances of having a really fucking serious accident, like unless you're at the bottom of the Nouvelle chicane going into that side wall, or head on, or you're going like to have a series like one that could be life threatening, you'd have to have some serious bad luck, right? Because you can't really get that fast, like that fast. But then 150, 60 mile an hour is fast enough, isn't it? But you get what I mean compared to like what the safety is. Plus, the cars are now designed so that the engine and the rear of the car and the engine separate as one unit without piercing the fuel tank. So what you saw in the impact was what the car is designed to do. So that way it doesn't catch fire like what happened with Romain Grosjean. So it might look nasty, but that's actually what the cars are designed to do. So that way it keeps the impregnable shell of the cockpit away from what could catch fire, which is the fuel tank. So basically, that's how these cars have been designed. So it looks nasty, but that's just part of its design. So Mick Schumacher, what are you going for, man?
Let's see. The crash wasn't really his fault. I think it was just a bit slippery on the track, but like 15th in qualifying isn't too well anymore for him. He could be better, so
Yeah.
maybe a 4, just 3.
To be fair, if you crash out though, you're going to get a very low score.
Yeah.
A 1 or a 2.
At least it's 2 then. Like he couldn't really do much.
But then
about
to be fair, Magnussen didn't even retire off his own steam. Like he didn't require. Like if I'm giving Matt, to be honest, the one that should, to be honest though, I'll give him a 2 and I'll give him a 1 because he caused the crashes. He caused his accident, whereas Magnussen didn't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe the only reason I put him not in trash is probably because like I know Mick Schumacher's a better driver than that. But then again, you probably mark him down even more then. So, but there you go. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the chat. Understandable. Big up. Yeah. Make sure you do put your prediction, your ratings as well in there, please. We would love to know what you think, whether you agree with us or don't. Right. I'm gonna go to. What am I going to? I took the thing away, didn't I? Right. I'm gonna go to Alex Albon. Retired from the race, was running about 15th, 16th. Again, the Williams very poor weekend. Retired after a problem with the car, so I'll give him about a 2. Would you agree?
What did he?
2.
16 to. Yeah. How did he get out again? He just
He
pulled
was
up and
retired.
didn't he?
Yeah, he retired. He pulled into retire.
Yeah, I'll say 2. Yeah, I agree.
I know who is getting trash. Nicholas Latifi. If you're crashing behind the safety car, mate, you're in trash. Right. So, in that case, I mean, where did Stroll finish?
Stroll
14th.
finished 14th, yeah.
Mate, if you're crashing behind safety cars, you're getting in trash. I don't care. You don't crash behind safety car, even in the wet. I mean, even I can't. Even I don't do it in the game. Jesus Christ. That's just something you shouldn't be doing. As one of the 20 best drivers in the world, you should not be crashing at Monaco in behind a safety car. Simple.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let me try and turn that. There you go. Let me try and turn that a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. Sonoda. Took a gamble on the. I think he took a gamble, didn't he? And the gamble didn't pay off, really, did it?
Yeah, and he had a small crash. He won't run off at 74 in the last 5
Yeah,
laps.
a lot of people are doing that today. To be fair.
Yeah.
A 2.
His qualifying wasn't bad. He qualified.
Yeah, I'd say a 3.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 3. I'll give him a 3. Make sure to leave your comments in as well, please. Latifi. Done Latifi. Stroll done. Ricciardo. Ricciardo's just another very poor weekend by his standards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? 1, because it is very. I'm putting him at 1 because of the level he's supposed to drive at. You shouldn't be doing that. Norris is getting 5th places, man. I'm sorry. You've had the excuse of what this first season now. You need to start performing better. Otherwise, as much as he says he wants to race in Vegas, I see him retiring by. He says he's not going to put up with racing if he's going to end up not fighting for wins or anything or podiums. If he goes on like this, he's not going to fucking stay in the sport even till next year just to do the Vegas Grand Prix. Or he might just do it and then just retire. Yeah. But there you go. Ocon. Mate, Ocon won. For that fucking crash with Hamilton. There was no need for it. Hamilton was completely on the inside of the car track. Couldn't the shittest angle to turn right with, and you completely cut across his front wing. Not needed. He would have got a very good score otherwise. He would have probably got a better score than that, but there you go. He fucked it up then. So, I don't even care what anyone thinks. He's getting a 1 for that bullshit. Got Gasly. What we make of Gasly?
He had a really poor qualifying, but
yeah, it's the first time he's qualified outside the top 10, and he only just missed out. Only just.
It was It was 7,000 or
Yeah,
700. So
I'd say
I'd
3.
say 5. Oh, he
We
did well.
expect better. He usually does better than that, Gasly, to be fair.
4 then in the middle.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with 4. Go on then, I'll give you that one. Vettel.
Hmm.
Vettel got 10th, started, I believe,
Ninth.
he started 9th. So, yeah, just use his experience, man, to get an okay result, to be honest, for Aston Martin.
Should
So,
push, yeah.
benefited due to Ocon's penalty. Then we're going to go to Valtteri Bottas in 9th. Bottas, who started 12th, worked his way up to 9th. Great racing again by him. Just another solid bang, a bang average performance or a good one?
He has done better this season, to be fair. So I'll say a 6. Yeah,
I'd say a 7, 6 or 7.
yeah, 6 or 7. I'm leaning more towards a 6, to be honest.
Okay, 6. Okay. Let's go, and we're going for
Hamilton.
Hamilton. What did you make of Hamilton's afternoon? Had to make a few overtakes as well. Mixed afternoon, to be honest. An okay performance by his standards, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was expecting him to make up a few places, but couldn't really get anywhere. Like, despite having 3 wins, it's not usually a great track for him to win, which is strange to say. Like, that's because with some Grand Prix he's won about 8 fucking times. Uh, Alonso.
I mean, he defended really well, to be honest.
He did a really good defensive display. I've got to give him a good for that.
Yeah, agreed.
Another good performance, using all his experience to keep Hamilton behind. Gained a couple of positions from his starting position. Solid weekend, man. Lando Norris finished probably as expected below Russell, but got himself fastest lap at the end as well. So
Yeah,
gets 9 points for it. Solid weekend for him, man. Another good weekend from him. Compared to his
yeah.
teammate, another
He
good
wasn't
weekend from.
he wasn't far off of Russell at all. Only
No, it
like
wasn't.
3,000 or 300.
No, he wasn't until obviously he made his pit stop.
Yeah,
Because he had to make his pit stop, which meant he then finished about 11 seconds behind. Right, I'm going to go with so George Russell next. Just the guy's doing mega results with that car. The car's been poor to drive this weekend by Mercedes, but still, that's why I'm giving him an 8. The car's been poor to drive, and he's still managing to get 5th places out of it. So I've got to give him every credit. He's doing bits. Right, you can't ask much more from him. Then we're going to go to the unlucky Charles Leclerc. He at least finished the Grand Prix this season, so he can celebrate his first Monaco finish. But I'm sure he was expecting to be on the top step, not even on the podium in the end. So
6 maybe.
6, bang
Yeah, I
average.
mean, he got the pole position, to be fair.
I know, but the race was, I would say, a little poor. I think because the reason I say 4 is because his strategy call wasn't great.
Yeah, but then again, it wasn't really his fault, and like I think he did the most he could under the circumstances.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5. I agree.
5. I'll go 5 to be fair. Max Verstappen wasn't really going to be in the hunt for a win, but used his experience to make sure he got ahead of his rival. So, where do you put that? A 6 or a 7? Obviously, this is dependent on obviously what happens on the pit exit.
2 in my opinion. No.
Actually, to be honest, I'd put him a 5 because of that mistake. Because he should be punished. He should be punished for that mistake, and because of that mistake, you should be below Leclerc. So for that, you deserve to get a low score because of that stupid mistake.
Yeah.
That's my logic.
I can go with that, yeah.
I'll go with 5. I'll go with 5. Sainz. Sainz. What are we doing with Sainz, man?
8?
8, yeah. Did reasonably well. But was always going to lose out to Perez in that second stop, to be honest. For the stop for the dries, that was, 8th to recover. 8th, well, second to second, yeah. Perez,
Well, driver
9,
of the day.
driver of the day. Pretty much nothing wrong. That's dependent, obviously, on what happens with the investigation.
Yeah.
We could end up with both Red Bulls facing time penalties. Oh, Zhou, sorry, I forgot Zhou as well. Sorry, my bad. Zhou did an unbelievable save at one point, didn't he? Finished 16th. It's poor, I'd say.
Yeah.
3.
He was the
Right.
second. He was last with a second behind Latifi in qualifying,
Yeah.
so.
Haas, just trash. It's just been poor.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way. Williams. Poor.
Very poor.
Again, it's been trash, mate. It's been trash.
Yeah.
Let's put it. Let's be blunt. Let's be honest. Alfa Romeo. What we going for Alfa Romeo? I think a mixed bag, really. I'd say okay or a 4.
I can go with a 4 or 5.
I'll go 5.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna go to AlphaTauri.
Yeah.
Poor weekend by their standard. They've had better Grand Prix this weekend.
Yeah.
Than this weekend. So yeah, no.
Both
Aston Martin. Yeah, Aston Martin managed to squeeze a driver in the points.
Okay,
4.
again. I mean, I expected worse from them, to be fair, with the shitbox they have.
Let me have a look. Where did Stroll finish? 14th. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that one. Alpine.
5 or 6.
6, man. By 6, to be fair. Bang average before. McLaren.
I mean, Norris likes to set up again, but then you have Ricciardo who drops it.
Yeah,
So.
look, I'd put it in little poor because they need to be getting both drivers up there.
Agreed.
To be fair, they need to be getting the drivers up there. So yeah, that's why I put it there. Ferrari. Team. Very poor.
Okay.
The team, very poor.
Yeah.
They fucked the race completely. Their strategy fucked them up completely. They're lucky to get in a 2 for the team. Right. They cost Leclerc the win. And then they cost Sainz the win in the second stop. So there you go. Right. Red Bull. You've got to give them a 9, to be fair. Depending on the penalty, obviously. But you've got to give them a 9 for that. And then Mercedes, lastly. Mixed bag, to be bang average performance, to be fair. You got Russell up there, very good. You got Hamilton stuck there, not been able to find him a way through. So yeah, I'll give him that. And that's it. Those are the ratings for this Grand Prix. Let us know in the comments below if you agree or disagree, right, at all. Please do so. We're going to wrap this up now, to be honest, mate, because it's been an hour already, to be honest, debating all this. This shows how much action there's actually been in this, sir. And they said there's never any action in the Monaco Grand Prix. There you go. On to Azerbaijan, though. Another street circuit. Always a crazy race, Azerbaijan. So we could have any winner next race. So we could even have Sainz winning next one. Or maybe even a Mercedes, but there you go. Ferrari going to need to hit back in Azerbaijan. Big time. Big time. They've got to stop this run that Red Bull are on. Because otherwise the championship will become a one-horse race. So, and I mean both championships. But there you go. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, people. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in on the watch along and also in the review as well. We're back tomorrow with the paddock gossip, I believe. There will be a stream tomorrow at some point. We'll let you know. But please do hit that like button. I will be releasing a video of a circuit guide of Monaco. I was supposed to do it like on Saturday and Friday, but I wasn't feeling up to it. But I will be doing that. I will be doing the other Grand Prix up to this date, apart from obviously Miami, which I won't be able to do till July. So keep your lookout for them. It's called SFeatley F1's circuit guide. It'll be uploaded straight to YouTube, so make sure you keep your eyes out for them. But until then, stay safe, stay well, guys, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.